Did you know that the Chernobyl explosion released radiation 400 times more powerful than the Hiroshima bomb? The 1986 disaster turned Pripyat into a ghost town overnight, forcing 50,000 people to flee. The radiation was so intense that some firefighters' eyes reportedly turned white before they died. Even today, the exclusion zone remains one of the most radioactive places on Earth, with wildlife reclaiming the abandoned city in eerie silence. The Fukushima disaster in 2011 was triggered by a massive 9.0 earthquake and tsunami, leading to a triple reactor meltdown. The radiation leak forced over 150,000 people to evacuate, and some areas remain uninhabitable. Shockingly, radioactive water continues to be released into the ocean, raising concerns about long-term environmental damage. The cleanup is expected to take decades, with some experts warning that the full impact is still unknown. In 1957, the Soviet Union experienced one of the worst nuclear accidents in history, the Kyshtym disaster. A storage tank containing radioactive waste exploded, releasing a deadly cloud of radiation. Entire villages were secretly evacuated, and the Soviet government covered up the disaster for decades. The affected area, now called the East Ural Radioactive Trace, remains contaminated, with some regions still too dangerous for human habitation. The Goiânia accident in Brazil wasn't caused by a reactor meltdown, but by a stolen radioactive capsule. In 1987, two scrap metal scavengers found a glowing blue substance inside an abandoned medical device. Unaware of its danger, they shared it with friends and family. Within weeks, 4 people died, and hundreds were exposed to deadly radiation. The contamination was so severe that entire homes had to be demolished and buried as nuclear waste. One of the most terrifying nuclear accidents happened in 1961 at the SL-1 reactor in Idaho. A control rod was pulled too far, causing a steam explosion that killed all 3 workers instantly. The blast was so powerful that one worker was impaled to the ceiling. Radiation levels were so high that their bodies had to be buried in lead-lined coffins. This disaster remains one of the most mysterious and deadly nuclear incidents in U.S. history.